Hello everyone and welcome back to my loft. Today I'm going to be making a custom bingo. This includes making the bingo cards, the little chips you put to mark which ones you've gotten, everything. I have this big piece of cardboard that can't fit all the way on screen, but I'm going to be using it to cut out the bingo cards. I have this cute box that's full of stickers, but I'm gonna use the bottom of it to trace to make the cards. Now I'm going to cut them out and paint the sides white. Now I'm going to trace our pieces of cardboard. This can be the front of the card, so I'm going to design the front of the bingo card. Although I think they're going to be double-sided. I'm writing bingo in big letters at the top. I want to try to space them out evenly. I'm going to make the 4 columns. So first I'll draw a line down the middle, and then I'll draw lines on either side. Now I'm going to draw the 4 rows. Again, the same way where I do a line in the middle, and then I do a line on either side. Instead of doing this like normal bingo where there is numbers, I'm going to instead do shapes and cute little doodles to make it more artsy. So yeah, I drew all sorts of things. I drew a heart, a star, a bunny, I drew cookie, and a real cookie, and a lollipop. I drew all sorts of things. And basically, I'm just gonna copy this type of thing a lot more times. And so that each of my 4 cards has a front and back, and they're all different. Like different orders of the things. But before we create all the other ones, which is, I guess, in total 8 different bingo cards, I'm going to finish this one by outlining it. I'm not sure. I don't think I'm going to color it because I feel like everything's pretty recognizable without color, and that would add a lot more extra work. My lines are definitely coming out a little bit shaky, but that's okay. I'm okay with the handmade look. I want people to know I put in the hours to making this bingo game from scratch. I decided just to color the top, and now I'm going to cut the card out. Now I just have to repeat this, but slightly different, 7 more times. I think it's time for a making 7 more bingo cards montage. Now that I have all 8 sides of my bingo cards, I am going to glue them to the pieces of cardboard I cut out. I think I'm going to use my Elmer's clear glue because my hot glue gun tends to dry really, really fast, and I want to be able to align the paper on the cardboard correctly. Okay, so a little bit of an update. I glued down all of the cards, and they're all assembled. But as you might be able to tell, the glue made some parts like see through a little bit. Yeah, and then on this card it ended up ripping a little bit, but you know what, It's fine. It's fine. These still work. They're good. And you may think that I'm just done now and have my bingo cards. But we still have to make what we used to call the bingo thingies. Like where they usually have like a little rolly thing with the balls in it and then you have like the numbers on them. Well, I'm going to use just little like cards and pick them at random and they'll have all the different designs on them. And then after that, I have to make the things that you place on top of your card once you get something. So if I call the triangle, you have the triangle, you put that on top of that. That should be pretty simple though. So let's work on the cards that I will use to call the different things. I hope that all made sense. I have this slightly thicker paper and I'm just gonna make little 1.5 inch squares and then draw the different designs on them. So yeah, now I'm just drawing all the different little designs in the boxes that I made. Now that I have all the cards drawn out, I am going to outline. And now I'm gonna cut them all out. And erase the pencil. I think it's funny that I refused to use a ruler to make the square and now it's all wonky. And yeah, they're all finished. When I want to eventually play bingo with my custom set, I can just place them down like this and flip them over and see what's being called. Now all that's left is to create the little circles that go on top of the whatever was just called. But what color should I make them? Should I do a light blue? Or perhaps a parakeet green? So many choices. Maybe an orange cream. Oh no, somebody fell. So many choices. I decided on yellow. The next question is, should I cut the circles out of paper or cardboard? I think I'm gonna do paper, just like our little cards here. Now, if all 4 players want to fill up their cards entirely, that would be 16 each because I, for some reason, didn't do 5 across like a normal bingo card. And 6 times 4 is 64. So I have to make 64 circles and paint them yellow on both sides. That's a lot of circles. Now, I would usually say now for this kind of project that it's time for a time lapse. However, my tripod has been a little bit wonky, so I think I'm just going to continue with kind of making like a montage, sort of short style, where I just take little clips. Look, I can make a circle up here. Ready? I'm going to put my hand over it. Boop, there's a circle. Oh, that's so magical. Wait, what if, instead of drawing out all these circles and then painting them yellow on both sides, I just cut them out on yellow construction paper? What didn't I think of this? At least I haven't drawn all 64 yet. Goodbye, little circles. I feel like this red just looks so royal that I have to use it, so I'm gonna use it. But yeah, I feel like I could easily fit 64 circles on here, so let's get back to redoing it. All the circles are done, so let's start cutting them out. Okay, so I kind of already started, but It is incredibly hard to record myself cutting things. I feel like I'm being so dangerous with these scissors right now. They're not very sharp. But it's incredibly hard to record myself cutting things because I need one hand for the scissors and one hand for the paper and no hand for camera. So, and here we are. The final step of our bingo game is done. We have the thingamabobs that you place on your card. We have the way to call the different symbols. And we, of course, have our actual bingo cards that are double-sided. Oh, hello. Would you like to play bingo with me? I knew you would. Here, you can have this card right here. Wow, that's a great card you got there. Here, watch me call one, okay? Oh, it's the bunny. Do you have the bunny? Oh, you don't. Here, I'll call a different one. The dog? Oh, you do. Here, just place one on there. Yay! Okay, I had so much fun making this bingo game. I honestly think it's so cool and unique. I mean, nobody has one like this. I'm really excited to play it with my friends. I hope you enjoyed this watching me make it, and maybe this inspired you to do a craft. Anyway, I'll see you all next time. Bye!